Hello, it's Jody here, and in this video I'm going to give you a real exclusive inside the plan update here. I don't think I've seen anybody else talk about this as yet, and certainly in the plan webinar overview that Dan Hollings does, he doesn't even spend that much time on it because they're still working out the details. At least at the time of this recording, that's the situation. So if you have watched the webinar, or if you do want a little bit of an update of what the plan's about, the plan, as Dan has seen it in his mind, is a journey, and he's calling it the phases of the journey. And what we actually all talk about and what we love the most is the GridBot Gold and Advanced Hodling, which is what's known as phase one. So with phase one, we learn how to actually, if you're brand new to crypto, you learn how to get your local currency into the crypto space, into exchanges that are all above board, that you have full control over, and you start using the automated grid bots with Bitscap to be able to earn cash flow. That's a daily cash flow. And this is something, not like anything you might have seen around in the crypto space saying, hey, just send us your money and we'll lock it up for a couple of years and you can watch a little back office thing that pays out some interest and, hopefully one day you might be able to withdraw it. No, this is about being fully in control of your own money, your own currencies, your own choices, and being empowered to make your own strategy, your own plan for what it is that you want to do within the crypto space, not just for asset growth, but for the cash flow as well. So that's kind of the plan in a nutshell for at least phase one. But what I wanted to share with you as an exclusive is that nobody else is really talking about the fact that phase four has been decided to be given to everybody who joins the plan. This is super exciting. When the plan first started, we were told, yep, you are investing in phase one, and then if you feel to, there is no obligation whatsoever. You can do phase two, phase three, phase four, and perhaps more. But phase four has been a much awaited phase. Once we first found out, being insiders, we first found out that this was going to be delivered to everybody who's inside of the plan. For those of us already in, we get it immediately as soon as the tutorials are created and delivered into the members area. We can start taking advantage of these advanced strategies, talking about things like leverage coins and taking profits and stop losses and some really cool tricks that Dan and his trading partner Tony have worked out over the years on how to create some additional fast cash, which is particularly handy for anyone who might be thinking, don't want to put a lot of money in, or I've only got enough for maybe one or two bots. This will just help you get going a lot quicker. Now, the deal is that if you join the plan literally from the time of watching this video forward, that you will have a period of time to go through the actual course of phase one. Well, we personally have been waiting for 9 months for this phase four delivery because it has actually gone backwards and forwards as to whether it was going to be a paid for step in the journey or whether we actually get it for free. And the teams come together and said everyone's going to get it, which is just awesome. And it really makes the big ticket price of phase one even more valuable now. It is basically you're getting 2 courses for the price of one. So this is exciting news. Hopefully you're hearing it here first, but as a brand new member of the plan, you are not going to get this phase for probably a couple of months. There definitely needs to be a time frame for you to be able to go through the course, set up your bots, and really, as Jason mentions in the plan overview, that can be done in about 5 hours. You can go through the guts of the grid bot training and be able to get your demo bots on at least in about 5 or 6 hours. But then to go through the whole course, run your demo bots, start doing some live bots, have the direct experience, you'll get to a stage where it's like, yep, I want to know more, I want to do more. Now this phase is probably not for the people that are just 100% getting into the plan with the idea that you want to set it up, forget it, walk away, not look at it again for another 6 months or 12 months and just see how your investments are going. This is for the geeky people like us that are like right into this and just love playing around with it and just seeing that daily profit, that daily cash flow feeding out into your exchange where you can make the decision, do you want to take it back out to local currency or do you want to invest more into more crypto? No strings attached, completely you in control. It's just not like anything else that's out there, especially in the DeFi world. So I'm not really here to talk much about the phase two, phase three. Personally, just keep this to yourself. I'm not a big fan of phase two. I love the fact that phase one And phase 4 is all about Dan's intellectual property. It's about the amount of time and effort and money that has gone into actually creating something that, you know, is almost impossible. At least it's very difficult to lose on, because with the bots you've always still held on to your capital. Even if that capital value goes up and down, that's no different to somebody doing the traditional crypto purchasing of just buying a crypto and holding it and hoping that it goes up in value, which is what a lot of people do with stocks as well. But yeah, phase 2, yeah, literally to tell you, you do not need to do these. I'm telling you, you do not need to do phase 2, particularly if you become part of our Bot Buddies community. We've already got a bunch of people in there that are involved in DeFi. We've been involved in DeFi since before the plan even existed. So we definitely know how to help you in the right path there. Phase 3 is a little bit different. It's entirely up to you, depends on your strategy, but they'll talk about that later on down the track. All you need to know right now is that phase 1 is what you're getting into with GridBot Gold, and whether you choose to pay up front for that or pay the payment plan. I've got another video that talks about why the payment plan might be a good idea for you. But you just need to know you're going to get a second part of the course a little bit further down the track. And once you get that, look forward to talking to you about it inside of our Slack forum, where we have all of our bot buddies, and of course we have our weekly live Zoom sessions as well. So I hope you've enjoyed that little update, that little exclusive. Dan says that there might be more in future. They don't know. There probably will be. No doubt it'll be something along the lines of NFTs and DAOs and all sorts of other things, but we'll talk about that later. The start of the crypto journey definitely starts with GridBot Gold, and you're in the right place if you're thinking about getting the plan. And if you're already in the plan, awesome. I hope you've learned something new that you're super excited about getting the phase 4 to be able to do these more advanced strategies, because they are definitely coming along with faster cash flow as well. But as Dan is always very conservative, he's going to give you all the rules on how to do those things safely and with a lot of risk management. So there you go, that's the exclusive. If you want to look at the links below this video and take action on whatever sings to you, and of course if you like the video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, because I just love coming in here and giving some updates wherever I can, whether it be about crypto or whether it be about how to actually earn from anywhere while you travel the world like I do. Me and my wife are happily homeless and have been for 9 years. So subscribe to the channel if you like us and want to hear more about that as well. But otherwise for now, get excited about getting phase 1 and phase 4 of the plan. Talk to you soon. Bye.